Great morning, everyone. Oh my goodness. Let's do a little bit of the spirit reads today, a little wisdom from spirit. And so I've already pulled the cards because it takes a while to pull them. And what we have here is reflection. Okay. In the midst of duality, the path is about reflection. Okay, the path. You're on your path. And you need to take time to reflect so that you can move forward. And reflection is coming to a stillness. Whether you do the balanced breath, you just become aware of the breath and you let yourself begin to relax, then you can begin to look and see what's coming as it's coming. Reflect on it. And you want to come to a purification. So how do you come to purification? It's about dispersion. Okay? It's about purification is letting go. Okay? Letting go of those things, because at the center of being is the divine is that perfection. Okay? And it's just been covered over with the things one's gathered and collected, which are tarnishing one from being able to see what is at the center, which is always pure and whole as it is. So part of the path is reflecting and then going into dispersion. It's diffusing negativity, restoring harmony, circulating, revitalization, dissolving divisions, and lightening up. So again, to get to the purification, it's allowing things to wash over you without taking it in, or going the way of the Tao. Okay, yin yang, the Tao. Everything is always in motion. In the darkness is the seed of light, and the light is the seed of shadow. You can see the one I just did yesterday. Kind of my wabi-sabi, yin-yang there. Everything is always in motion. Okay? And so, again, purification is just letting go of those coverings that one has had and gathered and collected along the way. So let's go on to our second part of this. If you want to be a leader, a go-getter, the emperor, taking action, you want to have success, okay? And you feel like you've been facing loss. So what do? You look at where you're being bound. Again, comes up with what we were just looking at, reflecting, looking at these things coming in, looking at what are your attachments, the attachments that are keeping you wrapped up and bound. What is it that you are clinging to, okay, that's keeping you in restriction? So it's about fire, illumination, inspiration, devotion, all-consuming passion, regeneration, spirituality, virtue, enlightenment. Now you can cling to these things and they seem to be beneficial on the surface, but if you cling to it in a rigid manner, then you are actually distancing yourself from it. Okay, so what is it you are so attached to? Okay. A lot of people have a lot of ideas about what enlightenment is, what it's not, etc. And so they miss the real, genuine thing because they are putting in place some sort of an ideology of what it has to be. Just like you have people that look and if you're a real spiritual teacher, you have to look like this, you have to do this. They have a whole set of rigid dogma ideology that they've got in place, and so they may miss something that's very, very important along the way. So Look at what you are attached to. Going forward, we have the next part of it is coming to a tempest. A tempest, a storm, the shakeup. And we all go through this at some point in time. Dark night of the soul, the oppression, feeling bound up, feeling like you've got to be defensive. And many times this is regarding your family, okay? Your many times birth family, or it could be the family that you find yourself around. But it's about heredity, blood bonds, kindred spirits, ancestry, home life, community, intimate relationships, human family. So who is it that you are feeling surrounding you that's causing a tempest, that's causing a feeling of oppression that you have to defend yourself against? Okay, so when you have this, the thing to do is sometimes walk away from it and go into nature and see the things there that are beneficial. Again, relaxing for purification, letting go of these things, looking at what you're holding to, the attachments that are keeping you bound, and being willing to let go of those. You know, sometimes it's like a dog with the bone, and they have that thing that the dog keeps chewing on the bone, and it's cutting itself, and it's tasting the blood, and it keeps injuring itself because it doesn't want to let go of that. Okay, so be willing to let go. Again, everything is in motion. That's the Tao. Okay, everything is in motion. So this too will pass, whatever it is. And again, part of purification is diffusing, letting go of the negativity, letting go of the coverings, because that's part of the path if you want to move forward. Looking at the attachments that you have, the things that you are clinging to, which make you feel loss, okay, which make you feel defensive, which make you feel an oppression, which make you feel you are in a tempest. Okay, so to deal with that, if you want to have success and you want to be able to move forward, is as an emperor, or coming to that point of realization and balance within oneself, quietude, confidence, etc., then enjoy what's around you, count your blessings, go out in nature and let go of these dramas. Reflect on it again and see where these attachments are that are driving you, which are making you feel these types of feelings of lack, or whatever it is that it's bringing up that's not beneficial to you, that's not freeing, that is a bondage. Be willing to see them for what they are and move beyond it. Part of the practice is doing neti-neti. So what is neti-neti? It's coming to that stillness and seeing whatever is transient cannot be the divine is. The divine is, which is the center of being, which is part of that God essence that gives everything life. That is unchanging. That is perfection and wholeness as it is, and it's never tainted by anything that's happening in the transient world. So whatever is transient is not the divine is. So what is this I? You want to look at what is the I made up? What is the ego made up? It's made up of all these transients. So it's looking at these things, but one has to come to a point of stillness, of awareness, of watching how these things move, how they're affecting you, and questioning it at a very deep level. It's not going to work on a superficial, okay, this is superficial, this is, it's coming to a point of very, of depth, coming to a point of depth. And that takes time, it takes that awareness, it takes going deeper, it takes being willing to look at these things honestly and seeing where they stem from, and then cutting those at the roots, pulling out these weeds and letting them go. Because the weeds are not going to transform into something else. Okay? So, the past is not going to change. It is what it is, and a lot of people just keep ruminating in the poor me saga of the past. And so they're missing the potential of what's here now. So thanks for tuning in. I hope somebody gets something of value out of this, and I'll see you online.